It's recording.
Oh, okay, good. How's my hair?
Oh, you tell me.
I don't know. I can't see.
Well, I'm going to show you this.
Most important part of the video.
Fine.
Nice. Hi, my name is Kate, and this is the first time I've put on makeup in a month. So I am Sue Trout's daughter, and we've been told many times that we don't look alike, sound alike, or act alike. So, you know, that's life. What we're making today are emotional support cookies, and I love baking. I bake all the time. I bake really complicated things and things that are really not complicated, and this is a recipe that you can do in one bowl. It is not complicated at all. It'll take a couple minutes to do. A lot of recipes are finicky, like you need this many grams of flour and you need this exact amount of salt. This is not one of those recipes. We're just gonna kind of wing it. We're gonna make some really good cookies. They'd be very chocolatey, which is perfect if you're like me and you like to just eat everything that you're feeling. So these are perfect. So first thing that we're gonna do is the first thing you should do for any recipe ever, and that's preheat the oven. So for this recipe, we're gonna preheat to 375. And then we're gonna line a baking tray with parchment paper. The reason we do this is because, frankly, it's easier to clean up, and I don't like cleaning. So you just put them on the parchment paper, and then you've got a completely clean tray. If you do just have a tray and no parchment paper, spray it with some kind of oil or like olive oil, but like really lightly, because that'd be really gross if it was just a lot of olive oil there. Last case, you can just kind of rub some butter on it, which is very Southern. We rub butter on everything. Butter's great. Parchment paper, otherwise grease the tray somehow because you don't want them to stick. Next, we have all of our ingredients. There are not too many. First thing we're gonna do is microwave this butter until it is completely melted. All right, so we've got our melted butter. It's mostly melted. There's a little guy right there, but like I said, we're just living our lives with this one. We need support. We're gonna add a ½ cup of brown sugar. We'll just plop them in. I'm gonna use a spoon. I have a wooden spoon. Literally any spoon will work, or a spatula. Not your hand, but pretty much anything you have will work here. So I'm just gonna combine them. That is lovely. Oh, this is where Sue shouts out to people. Chandler, am I right? Okay, those are good and combined. So now I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of vanilla, an egg white, and we're going to combine all those. The idea to spread all the ingredients out like this was my husband, Matt. He's doing the camera. Wanna say hi? Nope, he's shaking his head no. No, sorry. Sorry, Josh. Hey, am I right? Excellent. All right, that's good and combined. Next, we're going to add a ½ cup of flour. Get it all in there. A ½ teaspoon of baking soda and 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Normally when you do a bake, oh, sorry, that's loud. Normally when you do a bake, you want to pre-combine your dry ingredients. This is a really low maintenance recipe, so it's just asking you to throw it all in there at once. But pre-combining them allows you to kind of meld them better, and it gets more evenly across the bowl, which is really good. That's what we want. That's fine. So I'm just gonna keep stirring. Shout out to my girl, Amy? Was there an Amy? My girl, Amy. There was a Glory. Glory, my girl. All right, we're getting there. Now with a lot of recipes too, if you have flour, you want to stir until the flour is just combined. But again, this isn't like other recipes. All right, excellent. Now I'm gonna add my chocolate chips. The recipe calls for a half cup, but I'm really going through a lot right now, as are we all. So I'm going for a full cup because that's just who we are right now. If you love chocolate, I definitely recommend a full cup. If you don't love chocolate, frankly, it's not the recipe for you. And that's it. All right, so now I already messed up, but that's okay. This is like a lot of pressure recording a video. I forgot to add salt. So this calls for a dash of salt. I think technically a dash is 1/32 of a teaspoon, but obviously I don't have the measuring spoons for that. And we're just living our lives here. So I'm just gonna straight up pinch and add it in. I have kosher sea salt. It's like the big flakes instead of your table salt. Oh, sorry, babe. Boop. It's, I think, tastier when it comes to baking because the pieces are bigger, so they have more flavorful impact. But if you just have table salt, you just have table salt. So use that and you'll be fine. Ideally that goes in when you add your flour, but like I said, no one's perfect. I have a heart of gold. Okay, so we are going to then form these into balls, put them on the tray, and then bake them. I have this handy scooper guy. It was a gift from my mother-in-law and I love it. If you don't have one, a normal spoon will be totally fine. I wouldn't recommend going in with your hand because it's a wetter dough, so you're just gonna get messy. But if that's how you live your life, then that's how you live your life. So I'm just going to scoop and plop. This doesn't make a lot of cookies. It makes like 12, which is honestly perfect for a snack. If you're having a day and you just want a couple of cookies or 12 cookies, then this is definitely the recipe that I recommend. You can share it if you're like nice, I guess. Sharing is caring. It's what my good friend Haley taught me. Is there a Haley in that class? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll just keep going. Like I said, usually makes around 12. Looks like we're gonna have enough for just about 12, which is perfect. 6 for me and 6 for the cameraman. Cool! All that in one bowl. Amazing. Technology, man. All right, so we're gonna take our cookies and we're gonna put in the oven for 8 to 9 minutes. We're preheated. I like to let the oven sit for a minute after it's preheated because even though it says 375, I don't trust it. So I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes just to make sure it's really up to temp. Good tip for anytime you're cooking. But for these cookies, we will cook them for 8 to 9 minutes. I usually do 4 minutes, turn the tray, and then another 4 minutes, and then I'll just kind of eyeball them. We'll look together to see what they look like. But to start, I'm gonna do 4 minutes in the oven. I also highly recommend that when you're baking, you don't wear a nice sweater like this. I don't know why I reached for like my work sweater because I just get covered in chocolate and flour and now I'm gonna have to wash this. I've never dressed like this ever while baking. So there you go. All right, it's been 8 minutes, so we're going to eyeball these cookies and see if they're ready to come out. They're going to look a little underdone when they are actually done, but these are a little too underdone for my eyes, so I'm gonna let them go that extra minute. And you'll remember I told you, wait until the oven's preheated. I didn't, I just like threw them in, so my oven's probably not hot enough yet, so it needed that extra minute. All right, it's been a minute, we're gonna pull them out. Okay, I'm gonna do it carefully so I don't smush them. Okay. See, ooh, they look good, nice and cracked. Yum. I'm gonna let these cool for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah, 20 to 30. It depends on my mood. We'll say 20 to 30 minutes. They'll shrink down and become a lot flatter, which is good because they'll look more like cookies. Right now they're kind of puffed up. They're already starting to flat a little bit. Yeah, my little babies. All right, it's been like 20 minutes, which is enough time. I'm patient. I'm a patient person. They're good. They're done. They look good. If I wiggle them, they come off the tray. If you wiggle them and some cookie stays, they are not cool yet. Put them down, walk away, wait another 15, and then come back. But these are good. You can put them on like a wire tray, but these are fine. They're done. You need them. You need support. You need chocolate and love, the two things that matter most in the world. They're done. These are perfect. Yum! Oh yeah. It's good right there. Nice. I'm done. You want some?